you do watch this video. Good morning. I don't think anyone is really in here, but we're gonna wait like a few minutes as per usual and then just go ahead and kick it off. Got that crunchy throat. All right. We're about to kick it off. I don't know who's in here. Hello, hello. I hope you can hear me. I'm a little, under the weather, I guess. Like, not sick, but, you know, I got that, like, crunchy allergy throat, which is very fun. It's very fun to say that out loud. And we're gonna be hopefully finishing the Silent Hill 2 remake today. That is my dream for today. I didn't stream yesterday because my sleep has been really bad and I was very tired all day. I'm actually same situation today, but I decided screw it, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and stream anyway. I'm tired, but I really want to finish this game. And when I finish the game, I'm planning to go into overdrive working on my next video, which is either going to be a stream edit or me really focusing on the Over the Garden Wall video. But I want to finish this first. And so that's what we're going to do. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and pick right up where we left off. I'm pretty sure we're in the hospital, the 3rd floor. We just finished a puzzle. We got the final wristband. So that means that we have to go back to the director's office. If I remember correctly. Also, hold on. Actually, I not downloaded. There's a YouTube channel that goes through settings of games and looks at the most optimal settings for most hardware. And they put up a list of that. So I'm going to try that out to see if my game can run a little bit better. So, ray tracing off. Do I have to change it in the main menu? I guess maybe that explains a lot, actually. Okay, I'm just dumb. This whole time I've just been using the settings that the game recommends. Hey Wade, I'm not in the Otherworld Hospital yet. So once I'm in the Otherworld Hospital, I would say that makes me roughly halfway through the game. The first half of the game is really long. The first few general areas. So I'm 8 hours in, but that doesn't really tell me. I'm basically, I think I'm about to finish the first half of the hospital and go into the Otherworld Hospital. So we will see where that leads us. Shadow qualities should be low, texture qualities should be medium, shader quality medium, effects quality high, on, lens flares high, SSAO on, SSR on. It said that these are the optimum settings. So we're gonna stick with that. And just see how that looks. See how that runs as well. We're getting like 48 FPS on average. So I might actually want to mess around with that a bit more. I think the remake is really, really good. Like, I know there's been a lot of divided opinions online by people, but the remake to me so far has treated me very well, and I've really been enjoying it personally. I think it's a fantastic experience. It is... Oh, don't... Oh, god darn it. It is a different experience overall. So when I say that, I just mean, like, I think you could still go back and play the original if they ever do finally release it to where it's easily accessible. And it would be a fulfilling venture to play the original. Just in my opinion, I think this game is doing... I haven't even beaten this once yet, but this game is doing enough different that if you ever did or were able to play the original, I'd still recommend it. Alright, we're just gonna play with this then. I think this is the other... Nope, 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 nope. We might just go to low. I know I keep messing with the graphics, but I just want a stable frame rate. I think both is that... Without spoiling anything, there are parts of this game that almost make it feel more like a sequel, which is really interesting to me. But yeah, I definitely think the original and this game stand on their own as two unique experiences, definitely worthy of people's time. Where am I going? Okay, I got a little turned around. I definitely do think it expands on the original in a way. They've changed enough that this game definitely does feel like its own experience as a fan of the original. But I mean, that would happen anyway, considering the fact that, like, this is a modern remake, you know? Like, it's never going to be what the original was. And I don't mean that in, like, a negative way. I mean that in a positive way. I think that's a really good thing, personally. Alright, hold on just a second. I actually do need to run to the restroom, which is very funny because we just started, so... Alright. So we got... Alright, so this is a fun little puzzle. Lord. Word. The dual stream setup. Okay. You can rotate it. I think I had it right. Four, 5, 9, 2, 7, 1. Is she playing this? Interesting. Okay, so I want that key. I'm trying to figure out... Yeah, I get it. This game is... It's not like the scariest game I've ever played personally, but it's definitely got a really spooky atmosphere like overall, even though I don't think it's like an intensely scary game, it's definitely a very like it is very creepy just at a baseline. Yeah, so when he goes, so the way the transformation in this game to the other world works, at least in the apartments, is he actually steps into a separate apartment building. So it's not like in the other Silent Hill games where there's like a big siren that goes off that like calls the transformation and like you really know it's coming. It's just kind of James walks through a door and he's in the other world is how it works in this one. So I feel like I'm supposed to rotate these and then get something out of it eventually. I just noticed that D1 is not checked off, so maybe I missed something. Yeah, it's a very smooth transition. Like, he literally just walks through a door into a separate building, and then that one is actually the other world. It's, you know, in the original Silent Hill 1, like an alarm goes off, and then the exact area you're in becomes like that. I think maybe in the hospital it happens like that, like, oh, like an alarm might happen or something like that, and then it changes, but it's been a minute since I played the original Silent Hill 2. Oh, and it's not been a minute. I think I played it last year, but that was still a good bit ago. Okay. Yeah, I like it too because it's like, it signals something about the character, you know? So I see some people talk about like the original Silent Hill 1 as if it's not a psychological horror game. They're like, the second one is way more psychological. And I kind of disagree with that. Every Silent Hill game is a psychological horror. It's just different topics. The first Silent Hill game deals with like the girl that Harry adopted, the actual original version of her, because she's basically a clone in a way. It's very complicated. Like the monsters you encounter are based on her fears and things that she experienced in her life. A lot of the monsters in this game are representative of James and his direct wants and desires and fears of himself and like his own mind and his frustrations and all that kind of stuff. Same thing like in 3, a lot of the monsters in 3 are a lot more abstracted. Same thing with like 4. They represent things having to do with certain characters, but also the rituals and things going on. 3 has monsters that are based on like motherhood, but again, it's abstracted a lot. It's complicated. Okay, I just had them in the wrong fucking order. Nine, 2, 4, 5, 7, 1. I probably need to remember that. It's subjective because a lot of what you experience in Silent Hill 2 is what I would call like, I don't know how to put it. There's not a lot of things directly in the game that signal to you what are going on except in like context. Like James never outright is just like, I'm sexually frustrated. It's more like there are notes, there are hints in the world. The world is a reflection of his mental state. So it's kind of like you're reading into it. So it's the same thing in 1, where except for you playing the character that it's projected as, you know, you're seeing a projection of someone else's trauma, which is still pretty scary and interesting. You have one of those green lamps. Dude, those are really popular. You see them all over the place in older movies, especially. Like, libraries and stuff. Interesting. I wouldn't say it's a less personal experience. I mean, even Silent Hill 2 is not a super personal experience because it's not like using you. You're still experiencing someone else's whole situation, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. There we go. I would love one of those green lamps myself, but I have like no space for it. Alright, so this is our legend. This is gonna be a little difficult. Oh wait, he wrote it down. Excellent. Alright, so I don't need... I got it. He wrote it on the damn map. Yeah, I really need to, like... It is a complex series. It's one of those, like, where... you can read into a lot of what's happening going on in the game. A lot of it is, like, metaphorical, but I think some of it might be coincidentally that way. You know, a lot of what came out of the original Silent Hill 2 was birthed from the limitations of the game. Oh, I mean, look, in some ways I love AAA game design. The fact that, like, he writes that on the map and I can pull it up, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Oh wait, he wrote it on the map. 92, 45, 71. Yes! Their images became blurry, melting together. I could no longer tell. Not sure if I can do it, but maybe you can. This will take you to where you need to be, but probably not the way you want to. And there's bound to be some pain involved. There always is. Alright. So, we're going up to the roof, and, spoilers, but in the original, when you go up to the roof in the hospital, you get kicked off the roof by Pyramid Head, so... I think in the original, when you got kicked off the roof is when the otherworld transformation might have happened, but again, it's been a year since I last played Silent Hill, and I am a big, like, I mean, the title of the stream is like, I'm a big fan, I am. I don't remember every nook and cranny. I wish I did. People love it. They're like, you're not a real fan unless you remember every little detail. It's like... But yeah, I think, yeah, in the original, he doesn't really, like, kick you either. That's me being hyperbolic. He kind of, like, pushes you off the roof. It's very kind of, very kind of funny. It's very kind of funny, actually. It actually might be a boss fight this time, because this is a big roof. Not gonna lie, I'm nervous. Because it could be one of those mix-ups where, like, they want you to think something's gonna happen, but nothing is gonna happen. I could not see the fence. I thought that was an opening. Or, like, Pyramid Head could, like, jump out of the fucking sky like a superhero and then land on the ground with a crash and start beating the ever-loving crap out of me. He says, it's go time, James. Let me check something really quick. I get you. Yeah, the original is definitely worth finishing. And I do think everyone should play it. Everyone in the whole world, every single person. Yep, that is where James gets pushed off in the OG, I'm pretty sure, right there. I'm nervous. Like, if I jump over this, it looks like I'm probably stuck over here. And that's where I'm supposed to go. Also, you can't take out the map on the roof, which is funny. Like, he's, not wanting to get it wet, which makes sense. He keeps looking over here at something. Alright. I did save it, right? So if I miss some... Yeah, I can just reload if I miss something. May 9, rain. Stared out the window all day. Peaceful here, nothing to do. Not allowed to go outside. Still raining. Talk to the doctor a little while. Would have been saved me if I didn't have a family to feed. Pathetic and weak. Rain again. The meds make me feel sick. I don't want to cause any more trouble. I don't want to be a bother. Can it really be such a sin to run instead of fight? Some people may say so. It's hard to live like this. That's dark. Oh! Shit! That actually scared me. Okay, I'm skipping the cutscene because I'm gonna reload, because I obviously missed the other thing up there. That caught me off guard. I was expecting that to be the new place that he throws you down, but it still scared the ever-living shit out of me. Woo! How did my noise gate work? When I yelled, did it cause the stream to sound really bad, or did it catch it and stop it from ruining y'all's ears? I have a copy of the first one that sadly got cracked while moving, but I completely get... Okay, so I just had to come over here and press A. Alright, just want to make sure. I've got it capped to where if I yell, like I just did, it shouldn't blow it out like it used to. Hello? Man, he's getting revenge for the fact that I won that fight earlier. Now, the reason that they put that spot there, fun enough, is because there's a lot of little references like that to the original. There's also references to other Silent Hill games in this game. Like, this remake is more than just a remake of the second game. It's like a love letter to the whole series at points. He's like, Laura! Man, I'm stocked up on the bigger health. Like... Honestly, they really went above and beyond for this remake. They knew... There's something I actually realized about, like... So, in... You know, people got really mad because one of the early trailers showed James looking a lot older. I like what they did to Maria. I like that she's different. It makes sense, and I think her new outfit's pretty cool. I like her new voice a lot. Like, it's definitely... I'm just gonna say straight up, a lot of the opinions that people formed on this game before it came out completely missed the context of the full game. A lot of the stuff that they changed makes sense when you get your hands on this game. And Maria, like, she has voice lines going around, like when you're just walking around. She's a lot more sultry than was shown in the preview trailers, and she like flirts with James pretty constantly. I think a lot of people didn't realize that like a lot of what they showed off was showed off on purpose because they didn't want to show their hand. Like, you know, if they showed off everything that they had added new or like changed or things like that, people then would have been mad because it would have been spoiled. Everyone online just gets mad about shit all the time now. It's, you know, it's the Facebook effect, which if you don't know what the Facebook effect is, Facebook's algorithm was changed in like the early 2010s to show you stuff that makes you angry. Like anything that you interact with, good or bad, it shows it to you longer, and most social media has gone that way now, so. But yeah, I really think this game is amazing. That's what this comes, that me rambling, that's what that all comes back to. It is and isn't. I think they made him older on purpose, and I can't say without spoiling what I think some of this game is gonna go.
Laura?
How do you know my name?
Eddie told me.
That big, fat blabbermouth.
Laura, why do you keep running away from me? And how do you know about Mary?
I just do. What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No. I won't. Please, just... I need to know.
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying. Laura, I'm sorry.
Fine, don't believe me. See if I care.
Hey!
Let go.
I'm sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Look, just stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Fine. But there's something I gotta get.
Laura,
It's important.
what is it?
A letter. For Mary.
What?
I hid it. In there.
So this is a boss fight.
You sure this is where you left it?
It's in the back. Behind an old pipe.
Okay, wait here. Laura?
Haha!
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Do ya?
Laura, open this door right now.
It's the magic word.
Laura!
Nope, that's not it. I guess I won't open it.
Get out of here, you rat!
In your dreams, fart face.
Laura, please open the door. There's something in here.
Sure there is. A big lying fart face. See ya, fart face!
Laura! Laura!
You can see it moving around in the dang ceiling. Sorry, I'm gonna have trouble looking at chat right now. Whoa! Oh, shit! Whoa! Okay. Whoa! Oh, fuck! Oh my god! Will it die already? Oh my god, that was... Woo! That was, I'm not kidding, maybe one of the best boss fights I've played in a survival horror game. Just my opinion.
James. James.
Yeah, that was the switch. Alright, I'm actually pretty solid. I used a lot of ammo in that fight, though. Like, that thing was chunky. I think I see a save point. All right. Wheelchairs are a classic staple of Silent Hill, but mainly because of the amount of times they reference the Jacob's Ladder, which also had a lot of stuff featuring wheelchairs in it. My guess is there was a way that I could have done that fight with a little bit less ammunition. Maybe if I tried to like swing on it a bit more, but that felt like that boss was meant to be shot. Like I got close to it and that thing fucking said, I was gonna make a Hawk 2 a joke, but I decided not to. Hawk 2 a fuck you, James. That's pretty good. Okay, can't go there, can't go there. Okay, the elevator works. I don't know, like, there's some regular elevators in the real world that I don't trust. This dude's just like, well, my only way to go up is to get on this. Guess I have no other choice. James, you always have a damn choice. I mean, I could have tried, right? Like, the pipe, it might have worked out if I had been a bit braver and just willing to die. But I beat that boss in one. Like, if you go back and watch my first stream of the game where I fought Pyramid Head, I got my ass, like, beat. Like, I fought him for like 20, 25 minutes and died probably over 15 times. So this is where they moved the box puzzle to. It's really cool to see that they did keep most of the stuff in. They just moved it. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Well, at least it's giving me some of my ammo back. That's nice. Fuck. Okay, I know this is some cheap shit, but like, I'm just gonna pop the reload. Thanks for popping in even for a second, Misfit. I hope you have a good day too. And hey, if you ever do want to watch it, the VOD will be up. And I might do a long edit. I don't know. That's like, it would be so much gameplay to go through. I think some of them had knives in the original. Jesus. I'm never gonna be able to keep any damn health on me. Man, someone needed to double flush, am I right? Ha ha ha. Oh. Hmm. Nice. Thank you. We're gonna go ahead and put that in there. Thank you. I'll be here all night, or till the game is over. I am, like, legitimately... James is just taking an ass beating. Like, I mean, I am taking an ass beating, but James is as well. Okay, so no going down. We can go up. We didn't go right, so we'll go up first. See what's up here. First thing, scary music. How we danced, arms flailing, our bodies in perfect synchrony, and the music played, but in any dance there comes a time when one must take the lead, the music a louder pounding, and then silence. Don't know what that means. Oh, shit. Woo-wee. I see you. Alright, a ladder that goes down. We'll deal with that in a second. God damn. Alright, looks like I'm climbing the ladder down into the darkness. You know, I think I'll skip dinner, right? God damn it. Oh my god, are you fucking invincible? Golly. Man, I can't catch a fucking break. That might have seemed unnecessary to people watching, but I promise you, that was a necessary use of force. I'm just gonna, like, pretend I didn't see you over there. I'm probably gonna have to go that way, but whatever. Alrighty then. Man, they really need to renovate this place, huh? Oh my god. I'm just getting absolutely trounced. Oh! This is pretty far back. Oh my god. Okay, this has gone tits up so bad. I'm suffering through it right now. I'll be back. I really hate those things. That's my commentary. Timing. Quick work. You probably want to go ahead and do this. Now we get to climb all the way down again and deal with all these enemies. I wish there was a save, an intermediary save point somewhere. Oh my god. Well, looks like we're back to the struggle, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to the struggle. There's been a couple of parts in this game that I've gotten, like, really stuck at. And I'm hoping this isn't going to be one of them, but it's not looking good. Alright, now we just have to wait, because if we get too close to that while it's still poofing like that, we'll take damage, because fuck me, I guess. Okay, my antivirus decided to just pop up. Hold on. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Wade. I really appreciated you chatting in the chat. It's always nice to have someone along on the journey, you know, especially for a horror game. So I hope you have a good rest of your day, and if I'm still streaming, maybe I'll see you later, and if not, yeah, just have a good rest of your day. Okay, double slash. Oh my lord. Okay, we're gonna skip that for now. You're kidding me. I love video games. You gotta get your aim up, James. Okay, we're just gonna take a little sip. James, they beating my ass, dog. Oh my god. I still gotta say, I love the fact that you can, like, dictate the health based off of the menu colors and stuff like that. That's awesome. That's what they did in the classic game. Also, the bloody jacket is really nice. Do you believe in life after love? I believe we can skip that room. We know one of the mannequins is in there hiding, and I don't think there's anything in there worth salt. And you know what? I'm just gonna spend a shotgun shell because this nurse has been giving me so much trouble. And I fucking missed. Oh my god. I love how, like, I've only been streaming again for like 3 days and I already have streamer brain. Like, as soon as I die, I look down at the chat to see if anyone's, like, flaming me. Rightfully so in this case. I'm getting my ass beat. Okay, asshole. Alright, should be good. I wonder if this game has, like, adaptive difficulty, like some of the Resident Evil games, because that nurse staying in that animation for that long feels, like, incredibly unlikely. Okay, well. What? God damn it. Getting fucking my ass baked. Oh yes, the random needle gives me the good shit. A short skirt and a long jacket. All right. Guess I'll skip dinner. I know I made that same joke earlier, but I'm a hack. What can I say? Alrighty then. Now let's see if all of that pain and suffering was worth it. If there's anything even over here besides... Okay, well. Just replace the shotgun shell that I picked up. You know what? Definitely, that was worth it, I think. Do you believe? Where's that crawler? God damn it. Not you too. Oh, booby butt. I'm gonna wait for that to dissipate. So, I'm gonna say this just for my own mental health. The nurse's timing on their, like, movements is, like, really weird, and I'm sure that's on purpose to, like, throw you off. They hesitate a lot, and I don't have their timing down yet. So they are beating my ever-loving ass. And I'm sure by the time I actually move out of this area, I'll finally have gotten it, but by then it won't matter anymore. You know what? I'm not even gonna risk it. I wasted, like 3 bullets there. Just in case. Oh my god. Fuck it. I'm so tired of redoing this segment that I'm just gonna go ahead and, like, use another heal. There it is. I like that it's still raining. Makes you think. I think that was all I really needed to come up here for. And to be honest, I didn't even know that was why I was coming up here, but that's a fucking survival horror game for you. You go to a place, you find a thing, and you're like, I might need this later. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go save it. That's just, you know. Saving it as a little treat. Oh. This was not... I can't go up to... Okay, well. Can't go back there anymore. Hopefully there wasn't anything else I needed to find, but... That was smooth, too. I used the key and it was instantly covered up. Alrighty then. Dude, this ambient noise is like tripping me up. It sounded like there were little footsteps running behind me. That sounded like a cat meowing. Okay, so I know this is like a bad joke, and like some of my audience are Zoomers, so don't take this personally, but like, I read an article that many Zoomers can't tell time on a clock anymore. Now, I'm sure that's not all of them, but it is just funny, the idea of like someone unable to tell time on a clock getting to like a clock puzzle in this game and just being like, fuck, I don't know what to do. And again, I'm not saying all Zoomers don't know how to tell time on a clock, or even most of them, because most of those articles where it's like, oh, Zoomers don't know how to do this, and blah, 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 it's all fake. I mean, technically, I'm a Zoomer now that I think about it. I'm just an old Zoomer. Stuff like that is absolutely spooky as fuck. Like, what? It just got so quiet. It seriously makes you feel like something's about to jump in front of you. I hear you moving around, okay? Whatever you are. Scared the shit out of me. Okay, so I made a loop. Oh my god. I did not know. That did kind of scare me, I won't lie to you. Oh my god. Fuck, fuck. Honestly, I don't know how I solved that puzzle. I'm gonna be real with you. I guess it's 2 flickers of the light. That's the solution. Honestly thought it was the 6 pills in the sink. God, they're so fucking aggressive. Okay, we're gonna look at that one more time. One year they've been watching me. So many pills they fed me. When a loud hour comes, I tremble every time the light falls. I solved it, apparently. I think I get it. It's the combination. It's 162. I think it's the combination. 1 year they've been watching me. How many pills they fed me. I flinch every time the light falls. One year they've been watching me. So many pills they fed me. When a loud hour comes, I tremble every time the light falls. I tremble every time the light falls. Alright, cool. I did get it right. I just chose the wrong lock. And that's gonna be blocked. You okay? You still here? I'm not a huge fan of the way the noise just picked up. Alright, I'm gonna go use the bathroom before we get into this what seems to be tense segment. Alright. Army mateys. Let's continue to sail on the 7 seas of horror. Alright. It is amazing how simple changes to a map can change just how it feels overall. The soundscape is incredibly alarming, just all the fucking... God damn. It's like, please go down. She fucked my ass up. Gotta clean my jacket real quick. thought that was going to be another hole I was going to have to reach into. I keep wondering if that noise I'm hearing is like part of the music, or if there's an alarm going off in the area I'm in. It's very like spooky. I might be able to cheese this, actually. I'm just not loving this cacophony and noise coming from this area. Mostly alright. Come on, James. Get your head in the game, buddy. Oh, he splooted all over the place. It, she, they, it. Hopefully some of that awful... I see. I'm sitting there going like, why do I have to take this over here? Because I need a key to that door. drop on me. Shit. Well, didn't hurt to try, did it? I swear to God, I hit the dodge button. Man, the nurses in this game are no joke. That's not disturbing at all. Alright, are you guys ready to be probably pretty creeped out? This recording in the regular world was already a little disturbing. Let's see what it says now. Alright. So it's just the director laughing. Someone's over here squelching their splooch. shit. Got hit by the triple. Let's go. Alrighty then. Dark Ace Ventura says, not righty then. Evil Ace Ventura? Is that the actual correct meme? Evil Ace Ventura says, not righty then. Okay, so this probably would have been one of the ways that I was supposed to, like, handle that fight. See, it's cool that they've designed stuff like this into the game. I'm pretty sure they have an understanding of, like... It's interesting that I've seen some people talk about the combat and stuff like that, but this shows an intricate understanding of the way people can use the map and things like that in the environment, because if you slip through that, you can, like, single out enemies and deal with them. But the main critique I've seen of the combat is that there's too much of it and that you can't avoid it like in the old game, which does make sense. I wonder, I actually really do wonder if there's a way to do an almost complete pacifist playthrough of this game. And like what difficulty it would require to manage that. Because I think you can do an almost pacifist playthrough of the OG. You just have to, like, kill the bosses. That's, like, the only thing that you have to fight, actually. Alright, we're about to get out of here. I've been a lot quieter this stream, but I guess we haven't had as much chat engagement, and that's probably why. Like, streaming is so interesting because I think most people's default mode for playing a video game is not, like, sitting there talking to themselves constantly, like, just battling out a stream of thought. Stream of consciousness, I mean. And so, like, when I'm sitting here playing there's a part of me that's just like, I'm focusing on the game. And that's just, you know, that's usually what I'm doing when I'm playing a game. I'm focusing on the game. But streaming kind of requires you to be both an entertainer and a game enjoyer, or like more one than the other, usually mattering on the type of person you are. Because, you know, there are those people who play games really well and that's why people watch them. And then there are those people who, like, they're entertaining and the gameplay is kind of facilitating them being able to crack off jokes and have something to kind of center their attention around. So here, this is another interesting thing that I've noticed about this version of the game, and I wonder what comes from limitations, what comes from, like, purposeful choices. There are parts of the game that are a lot more linear. Like, this is actually a good example. The Hospital Otherworld, this has been a lot more linear. You get this one room and then these 3 options, branching paths to go to, but they all come back here to unlock that. In the hospital in the original game, while it's not open world, it's open exploratory. You're kind of, yes, there are certain rooms, but you can explore it all at your whim. This is definitely more linear. There's certain paths that I had to take to get to this one thing. It wasn't very open. And there's other parts of this game that have been like that too, where it's less like you're dropped into a sandbox of exploration and more like you're dropped into a very linear exploration type deal. I think the regular hospital wasn't very linear. And now that I think about it, the apartments was also kind of linear. You're kind of guided through a certain path. The apartment's Otherworld, I mean. The main part of the apartments was kind of open and exploratory. But the Otherworld was not. So that's an interesting discrepancy. And I don't really mind it because the linear sections aren't bad. They're fun. But it is a different choice, for sure. And I imagine a part of that comes from, like, where there were limitations in the original, it did feel very open in a lot of ways. And I imagine rendering all of this in and stuff like that does have some type of cost.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to another exciting edition of Trick or Treat, where you answer our questions correctly and win a prize beyond your wildest dreams. Or you fail to answer correctly and receive the punishment. It's all in the hands of our lucky contestant, James Sunderland. James, are you ready to play Trick or Treat? Excellent. Here's your first question. In the early 1800s, a terrible disease spread across Silent Hill, resulting in the death of many of its inhabitants. their bodies thrown into the lake to sleep forever in their watery grave. How many souls were lost during the plague? 1, 42, 2, 67, 3, 85. Know the answer? Well, you better hold on to it. You never know when it might come in handy.
I'm pretty sure I have seen the answer to that somewhere.
Now, on to the second question. Follow Sanders Street heading east and further on to the outskirts of town. One and only one road will take you towards the lumberyard and the cemetery. What is the name of that road? 1, Bachman Road. 2, Munson Street. 3, Wiltsey Road. Did you get that? I sure as hell hope so. And for a third and final question, Silent Hill witnessed a gruesome murder a few years back. A brother and sister were playing in the road when they were attacked and chopped into pieces with an axe. Torn flesh, smashed bones, splattered blood. What a terrible tragedy. What a gruesome end to such innocent lives. One of the victims was a local boy named Billy Locaine. But what was the name of the other victim? Billy's sister. 1, Miriam. 2, Heather. 3, Julia. Well, that's the last of our questions. Have you got it all figured out? If so, fantastic. The time will soon come to collect your prizes. But be careful. If you're wrong, well, looks like that's all the time we have for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. See you somewhere, sometime, in sickness or in health. Bye-bye.
What the hell was that?
The real question is, why didn't the elevator go while it was happening? All right. I've learned that if you can do that, that's probably just the best way to handle them. Just fucking shotgun. Fucking follow up with a stomp. Alrighty. I'll be right back, everyone. Good morning, Emily. I am planning on going until I beat the game, hopefully. I am here. My chat on my phone didn't seem to update until I just now updated it. But I'll be right back. I am, continuing. Hold on to the 10. All right. Yeah, James, surprisingly stout guy in this game. I mean, he was stout in the original, but like, he gets stabbed, he's getting beaten, he just kind of goes with it. Like most survival horror protagonists, I guess if you survive being brutalized enough, you just kind of stop questioning it and just be glad that you're alive. We're actually getting kind of stocked up on health drinks now, which is nice. Very nice. But yeah, I'm planning on going until I want to beat the game today. I might take a break at some point and stop the stream, which would break it up into 2 separate streams. But as far as I'm concerned, I want to have the Silent Hill 2 remake, my main playthrough for the channel, done and dusted today, so I can focus on working on videos. And you know, I might still stream this game some more. I had some plans for some other stuff I want to stream, some other horror games, maybe some lighter stuff. There's a game called Costume Quest that I've wanted to play for a long time that looks like it would be fun to play on stream. It's not scary, it's just kind of cute. It was made by Double Fine a long ass time ago, or I think it was made by Double Fine. Double Fine, by the way, creators of stuff like Psychonauts and whatnot. But yeah. Hopefully we finish the game today. That could be a pretty dang long stream. And I am playing on hard, which is probably one of the reasons why the game has actually taken as long as it has. Well, that was unfortunate. Hello, Ahmed. How are you? I just remembered that the Pyramid Head chase takes place in the basement. And I am in the basement. Nice. Oh, jeez.
James.
Mary! Oh. Maria, I thought... Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? I was almost killed back there. I have never been so scared in my whole life. All you care about is that dead wife of yours. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I just...
Then stay with me. Don't leave me alone again. You're supposed to take care of me. So what about Laura? You found her?
Yeah, but she ran away.
What? Well, we have to find her.
Yeah, you really seem to care about that girl. Do you know her?
I'd never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone and... I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's up to me to protect her. Come on, let's go look for her.
Maria, I've kind of got some bad news for you, honestly. I'm looking for that box. I had to resist the urge to say that's what he said. And then I said it just in a way.
What the hell is that?
Well, what do you know? A stroll in the rain. How romantic.
Maria. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to keep things light, James. Just hear me, okay?
Yeah. Sorry.
I like that. Maria isn't commenting. Like, I know she's like, I almost died back there, and she knows about the monsters, but like, does she have nothing to say about like this, the infinite pool of darkness and like the doom that's like right there? She's just kind of like vibing with it. I hate that I'm apparently mostly fully healed and I'm still kind of wounded.
Is that what I think it is?
Patients will become the diagnosis scheduled for them when they'll make. Interesting. That was some gobbledygook. It is good, Raven. There are
Having trouble
differences. Some that I'm not
Yeah.
a huge fan of, but
You think you could give me a hand?
Me? You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help? Fine.
Oh, God.
What's this? Not very cute, is it? Here, why don't you take it?
Thanks.
So, where to now?
Come on. I think I know where those rings belong.
I just want to get rid of him limping around. It is really good, and the main thing I'm kind of bugged by right now, it's not, it's I wouldn't say it's a huge deal either way, is the fact that the game is, a lot of it is, the Otherworld segments are a lot more linear than they were in the original. That's like, probably my biggest complaint. The hospital and the apartment Otherworlds are like, kind of designed in such a way that you have to go through them the same way. You don't really get that same exploration that you did in the original. But you get that in the first parts of a lot of places, so it's not like a huge deal or anything like that. It's just interesting that they went with that style for it. Okay, I know the answers to this. And by no, I mean I might Google it. Hot dog. So Merriam, Wilst Street, and 65. And yeah, I mean, a lot of it is, like, this game is still incredible, even with the minor complaints that I have. Even a lot of people I've seen who, like, were doubting whether this game would be good or not, or, you know, believe that it's a lot better than they thought it was gonna be, so... And I think the sad thing is that the game is like popping off so good right now that even if people did have criticisms that were justified, people would like get probably really upset about it. Just that's because that's the nature of the internet.
What is that?
Or at least that's the nature of the internet right now. I don't remember what was in the box in the original. She's an angel. No one knows, only... See the lady of the door. They cannot walk along her bridge of thread. They fall from the weight of their crimes. Like bloated, ugly corpses, their sins, she devours them. Sin and sinner alike, she saves me. She is an angel.
James,
What's wrong?
let's just get out of here, okay?
What's wrong? I thought you wanted to get out of here.
I know. It's just... something doesn't feel right.
Come on. It's gonna be fine.
Hope you guys are there in the chat. I don't know what this part's gonna be like in this one.
Run!
He is on our ass. Dog, he is right behind us. Why are they both like jogging like this? I would be like full-blown like sprinting.
There! An elevator!
How did I get ahead of her?
Come on, hurry!
Oh, she could have slipped through that. Whoa, frick. Hold on, everyone. Oh my god, look at how pretty it is. Just even looking out this window. And I'm on the lowest graphic setting too. Illness exists in all people under the right circumstances. Any man or woman would be driven like him to the other side. Just that perhaps may not be the best way to phrase it. After all, there's no wall between here and there. It lies on the borders where reality and unreality intersect. It is a place both close and distant. Say it isn't even an illness. I cannot agree with them. I'm a doctor, a philosopher, and a psychiatrist, unlike the director. But sometimes I have to ask myself this question. It's true that to us, his imaginings are nothing but the inventions of his mind, but to him, there simply is no other reality. Furthermore, he is happy there. So I ask myself, why in the name of healing and must be dragged painfully into the world of our reality. You know, I know it's been said, but Laura's arms are a little too long. It does make her look a little creepy. Alright, just want to make sure that my phone is actually keeping up with chat. Okay. We're still in the other world. God damn. Come on now. In the original Silent Hill 2, those fucking bugs sounded like bicycles. Whoa! Man, it's so funny that, like, certain parts of the world have been otherworlded, but then, like, trucks are fine. Like, the trucks are just here. They just don't look any different. I don't know why it made that sound that I, like, surpassed something. Fuck, I just healed too. Yeah, the fact that those trucks can survive the otherworldification. That's the quality craftsmanship of a Chevrolet. Or whatever, insert truck brand here. I don't know what trucks are American. Ford, yeah, there you go. Walk away from you because I missed. I shot and I missed. And then I shot again and I missed. I see you up there, bug. Ooh, loving the big scary noises. It makes it feel like some giant thing is gonna come out, like a worm. Some big creature. He's using a Beretta handgun, I'm pretty sure. I don't know a lot about guns, so I could be wrong, but like, it just looks like that because I remember a lot of the Resident Evil characters used a Beretta. Looks very similar. Anyone home? Smart design using light to guide. I had to wait for her to start to get back up. We are getting through it. We're making it. Now, why did I come in here? Like, oh, okay, wall. Wall. Breaking down walls. James Sunderland, the carpenter. Alright. Hello, sexy foot mannequin. Like, usually they put shoes on mannequins, but these mannequins' feet are just like high heel shoes, which maybe, I don't know. I don't remember many ooh, that's spooky. I don't remember many mannequins that just had high heeled feet, because that would look kind of weird. I'm guessing that's some like James level, like he's just like, he really likes high heels.
Laura, stop! It's dangerous!
James, I don't think you realize that she is seeing a different world than you. Fuck. Alright, we actually made that work out. Bugs. It definitely does. It definitely does. This game definitely does critique sexuality with the monster designs. Or, critiquing is an interesting way to put it, because I think it's expressing something about James himself. I do think it would be legitimately funny and honestly make a lot of sense if he just climbed in this truck and started driving around. Like, it's running. Yeah. I get what you're saying. I think it heard me. There goes trying to be stealthy at all. Oh my god. Wow. This is fucked. I'm actually surprised that I got through that relatively unscathed. Yeah, like in 5 years, right? Because if we're gonna take a page out of Sony's book, then they're gonna actually have to remake this remake in like 5 to 10 years instead of waiting a long time. I mean, my dream is that they release the original on like GOG or Steam or something like that. Steam would probably be best. Because even people like, there are a lot of people who don't even use GOG. They only use Steam and they won't use any other like game marketplace. Which I don't know. I'm not trying to be judgmental when I say that. I think it's a little silly. Like I myself, you know, I know a lot of people who wanted to play Alan Wake 2 have gaming PCs, but didn't play it on the Epic Games Store because they just don't like the Epic Games Store, which is their right. But I was like, man, I wanted to play it, so I bought it and played it on Epic because I wanted to play it. That's just kind of my steez. GOG is, so it's existed for a long time, but basically CD Projekt Red, the creators of The Witcher and the recent Cyberpunk game, either bought it or even started it up from the very beginning. I don't really remember. But GOG is short for Good Old Games because it used to be primarily a service that served up older games that were no longer available. You know, they would get the rights to them and then sell them, usually for like pretty cheap. Recently, they partnered with Capcom and took the playable versions of the PC ports of the Resident Evil games, the originals, and they made them more easily playable on GOG. You get all 3 of them for $30, which is not great, but it's also not terrible. Like $30 for 3 classic survival horror games that are really good is frankly kind of it's simultaneously like, I think it should have been 20 and also a steal at the same time. And they sell a lot of like older games on there, but now it's also just kind of a service that sells games. They sell old games, but they also sell new ones. And, usually they kind of go out of their way to preserve games. So apparently they reached out to Capcom, not the other way around. They said, hey, we think we can like take these old versions of the game, spruce them up a little bit and make them playable on modern hardware. And then they did that. They just took the original, from what I understand, they took the original executables and kind of worked backwards using them to make them playable on Windows 10, because you kind of had to do a lot of jury rigging. You had to find like the old files on like, you know, abandonware sites and stuff like that. And now they're on GOG, and you know, you can just buy them, install them, and they'll work, which is, you know, great for a lot of people. But with that, it probably won't release on Steam now because GOG is the one who worked on it, and a lot more people play on Steam. Now, like, there are a lot of people I know who don't like the Epic Game Store simply because they just don't like Epic. They don't like a lot of the tactics they use and stuff like that, and blah, blah, blah. There's also some, like, Chinese government hate sprinkled in on that, which I can't speak to the validity of that. From what I've read, it's really not that big a deal, but I have a lot of games on Epic. You know, they give away a lot of free stuff. I have games that I've bought and really enjoy on there. Yes, it definitely was. They made a little documentary video about it, or Sphere Hunter, another horror creator. She mainly makes survival horror video game videos. She made like a little mini kind of documentary about it when they released it, and it is very cool. And thankfully, you know, I own them now, which is very nice. It's just nice to have these classic games, because mainly I've torrented them. Not torrented, I emulated them. So it's nice to have like an official-ish, a sanctioned release by Capcom that is made by a trusted source. Yeah, it's... I think we talked about it on stream the other day, but like, a lot of people really do... They don't have, like, a lot of stuff going on in their life, and so they find things to focus on online, and it's usually stuff that... I won't say doesn't matter, but like, is not as big a deal as people make it out to be, you know? There's people who, like, legitimately lose their minds when a game has some censorship in it. That doesn't really change the core of what a game is, but it can change the experience and things like that. And I personally don't like censorship, but like, I'm not, you know, going to not play a game because it's been lightly changed by usually the same company that released the original version. But I'm also not going to, I just feel like some people go way too far, you know. So many people online now make it the end of the world and send like threats and things like that. There's just, I don't know. There's better stuff to be focusing on, in my opinion.
Laura? Where did she go?
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. 25 is definitely a steal. I said 30. 25 I think is fair. You're getting each game for like $8. And they did actually have to do work fixing them up. So that's a really good point. And like I said, I love owning them now officially. Like, being able to load them up. A lot of the same people who modded the unofficial PC, the old official versions, updated the mods to work for the GOG versions, which was also really cool. So you get like higher resolutions and frame rates and stuff like that. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. The truth can only be learned by marching forward. Follow the map. There's a letter and a wrench. This is one of the classic save points. Oh, that's another thing. Okay, Emily. Yeah, totally forgot about this. GOG also has 0 DRM on their games. So when you download their games, the files are on your computer. Like, completely. Unlike Steam, where there's like an encryption and some type of key, which means, you know, you don't own the files. When you buy something on GOG, you own it. You could put it on like a flash drive or a hard drive or a CD, and take it with you other places. That is another big selling point of why people like GOG a lot, because you actually do own your game digitally. Like, you own it completely. That's one of the reasons why I would love the original Silent Hills released on GOG, or even this released on GOG would be great, because that would mean that you would actually own it. You could put it on like a SSD or a hard drive and take it with you and give it to friends if you wanted to. Like, that is something that you can legitimately do, and that's really cool. I totally forgot about that. That's like, that was the original selling point, and that's why when I can, I usually try to buy games on GOG, is because, like, you do actually own them yourself. Yeah, so from what I understand, so Silent Hill, looks like only Silent Hill 4, The Room, is on GOG. Yes, and I don't know the full story behind why only 4 is, but I can take a guess, which I'll tell you now. We actually talked about this the other day. Capcom lost the gold code for the original Silent Hills 1 through 3. For those who don't know, gold code is basically, that's not the exact term, but the gold code, the gold version, is the finished version. Basically, the 1.0 version that came out when the game originally released, that's the gold version. Capcom apparently lost the gold version for Silent Hills 1 through 3. This was, like, kind of proven when the Silent Hill HD collection came out, because there was a bunch of glitches that weren't in the original versions of the games, which shouldn't have been there, and there's a bunch of effects and things that were not perfected like they were in the original releases. And apparently the company that worked on the HD collection came out and was like, yeah, we were not given the finished code for Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3. And so my guess is that the reason that only only 4 is on GOG is because that's the only Silent Hill game that they maybe still had the gold code for, the fully finished game for. And GOG probably spruced up the original PC release for it. God damn it. Which is, you know, it's disappointing. I had someone come in chat the other day and we talked about it, which was basically like, how could companies like that do that? How could they lose something that is arguably incredibly important to the history of their company? And of course that becomes one of the situations where people are like, fuck Konami. But to be honest, digital preservation, or in any kind of preservation really, is only a more recent concern for companies. They didn't used to care because it didn't make them money. Like, when something was done and released and sold, usually it wasn't gonna make money for them again, so they got rid of it, you know? Like, oh, we could use this storage, we don't have to buy more storage, so let's just get rid of this. And it's crazy too. The Silent Hill 2 remake, doing as well as it has, is super interesting. I would not be surprised if it is actually the best-selling Silent Hill game by the end of its, like, tenure. Because as much as like the Silent Hill series is loved in the gaming community and by like, you know, a lot of it has been, I would say, more of a cult classic. And I know a bunch of people would probably disagree with me on that. They'd be like, no, it's super popular. But I'm talking like in the general gaming space, like at large. The Silent Hill series has a very rabid, hardcore fan base, a core fan base. But Resident Evil was always the more popular series. You know, Silent Hill is like bigger than maybe Fatal Frame. But even that, like, Fatal Frame is really big in Japan, but over in the US, like, Silent Hill was much bigger. And from what I've read, Silent Hill was actually not super huge in Japan, because it was mainly an American-centric game. Oh, shit. God damn it. She's not dead. She's still got her fucking weapon in her hand. I love video games because of stuff like that. If a monster still has its like weapon in its hand, you're like, this thing is not dead. And that shit used to get me. They used to trick me with it. But I'm fucking wise now. I know their tomfoolery. I know their trickery. So there's an achievement that you get for finishing enemies off with a stomp. I was gonna say stomping enemies to death, but that is like gruesome, but I guess it's true. And I'm trying to get it, but it's actually harder than you would think, because I don't know how to make them always stomp. Hold on just a second. I want to check to see if the chat just froze. Nah, we're good. So, I might take a break and end stream and then come back a little bit later after I've gotten some food and like gotten up and stretched a little bit. I would agree, and I think a large part of that is because of like just their classics and stuff. And I'm not gonna act like it was industry standard to be bad about preservation. It was just, it wasn't commonplace. So it was like company to company, you know, some companies would like, okay, we want to make sure we have these older versions of our games because people really cherish them. And then other companies were like, fucking, we're not making money off of this anymore, like, throw it out, you know? And it was different from company to company. Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I'm just saying, like, not every... I was just trying to clarify that not every company was shit about it. It's just funny because, like, people don't think about stuff like that when they, you know, they just kind of get upset. They're like, oh, you know, people think about how bad Konami is, but Konami isn't really evil per se. Like, in fact, in the grand scheme of like bad companies, I'd say like Konami is still beaten by joints like Ubisoft and EA by like a large metric. It's just Konami kind of, they've always been more of a money first company than like a really a hardcore gaming company. And they just so happen to have some very passionate people work who made some of the greatest games like legitimately ever. You know, Metal Gear Solid, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Castlevania in general, really. Mega Man, no, not Mega, shit. See, I just start popping off and then like Konami and Capcom, because I do have them, I've had them linked in my head because they're both these like, they both have these staple series. It's just one is amazing and the other just is kind of bad. In a good number of ways. Alright, next save point, I'm probably gonna stop the stream, go get some lunch, and then start back up. And I'll just go ahead and be honest in why I'm doing that. I actually forgot to hit record, so I'm not recording my gameplay of this, which I usually do in case I make a video. So I'm gonna have to take the recording of this live stream from my YouTube channel and download it. And so I'm gonna probably go get some lunch and then just leave my computer to download the stream, and then I'll start a second stream to finish up the game, which I'm thinking should be soon, but I don't know. This game, like some people have said, is 16 to 20 hours long. And my playthrough, I won't lie, I have been purposefully kind of taking my time with it, you know? So, that's cool that there's two ways to get to this other side. The left way was definitely the easier of the two. But yeah, I'm kind of obsessed, like, I have this thing on my mind. Sonic has these things called slush floats, which are like, it's a slushy with ice cream in it, and then they usually put some like tapioca pearls, like a boba tea in it, and they're so good. Like, I seriously love them. They have one that was like an orange creamsicle one during the summer, and right now they have a sour apple one, and I had it yesterday, and like, I don't usually like sour apple as a flavor, but it was so good that it hits the spot. Like, it's less calories than a milkshake, but it's still like a nice sweet treat. I'm a fan, you know. Sonic, if you want to sponsor me, I'll plug the slush floats, you know, the Witch's Brew slush float. Don't, okay, you think you're being slick. God damn it. Okay, we're looking good for ammo, but like, usually when we're looking good for ammo, it means that... Cade, were you here for when I fought that second boss? Oh, shit. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, the hanging one, yeah. The flesh lip is what it's called. Or the flesh lips. Yeah, that was legitimately crazy as hell, that fight. And it used up so much of my ammo. And I'm wondering how many more fights in the game are going to be like that. Damn. That could be a case. The issue with some of the enemies in this game is they are made of metal, but the metal I do think counts as hits. Like, when you hit them on those metal parts. I'm a poet. Alright. Like I said, I'm gonna stop the stream for now, and I'll be back because I want to try and finish it today. If we go to like 5 in the afternoon, I might stop because I'll probably start getting like exhausted by then, but I'm gonna take a break and start streaming again in like maybe an hour. So, see you guys in a